Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and today is our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Monday, April 18th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got a few things to cover today. We're kind of getting into the slow season for massage chair sales, and of course we've noticed, and this is not just me, but other retailers in a similar situation, that business does slow down a little bit now that COVID is starting to ease up. Not as many people, more people are returning back to massage therapists and their chiropractors now that mask mandates are kind of a lot softer than they ever were. As a matter of fact, they're pretty much all gone, I understand, except for a couple of areas now. But anyways, so there's not a lot of activity in the massage chair industry. You're going to see more and more, or I have seen more and more of these low-cost massage chairs come into play. Be careful. They're more like one-hit wonders or no-name brands, or what do you call it, off-brand chairs that people are selling to try to make some money off of them. And you'll see them being sold direct to consumers as opposed to dealing with a retail intermediary, which is what I am. But I would just caution you to be careful. Some of the advertising is pretty slick. The videos or the infomercials or the video clips that you'll see on social media look pretty impressive, but a lot of times it's smoke and mirrors. And I'm not saying that's how it all is, but we're seeing more and more of these companies coming out that sell direct to consumer. And I have a lot of reservations and concerns about that style of selling. You can go to my website and go to the free education, the education tab, and go down to the free downloads and read my booklet, Buyer Beware, which is, I wrote that book and it took me about a year to put it all together, 9-10 months. But the purpose of it was to make people aware of some of the things in our industry that are a bit, a little bit questionable, a little shady, so that you can be protected from making a decision, especially on a chair that might be more money, that is kind of, the only way you can get it is through that company. Things that you need to be aware of: warranties, return policies, false advertising, fake reviews, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, be careful while you're out there, because there's a lot of options coming out, and of course our business is primarily premium chairs that have good company support and good warranties, and of course we offer great support as well to our buyers. But there's a lot of low-cost options coming out because inflation is up. Maybe people aren't going to be putting as many dollars towards the more premium high-end chairs. Maybe they're going to want some cheaper options. Well, not maybe. It's always been that way, but maybe more so now. So just be careful, beware, and know that there's a lot more to buying a massage chair than just getting a good deal. So anyways, that's just my little heads up for you. We were notified this week, I mentioned, I think on my last industry update, that Luraco has discontinued the iRobotic 7 Plus, which was their flagship chair. When it first came out, it was really quite revolutionary in that it was the first American-made chair. It was a good, solid chair. Fit big bodies really well. Smaller bodies, pretty good. Petite bodies, it was they're a little tougher to fit. Petite bodies, because the chair was built for the bigger generally speaking, the bigger American public. But the i7 Plus has now been discontinued, but it is now actually what they call, it's actually died now, which is the term that is used by many people to describe an end-of-life product. In other words, it's just not only been discontinued, but now there's no more stock left and they're not bringing any more in, and so the product is dead. It sounds a bit morbid, but that's the term they use, end-of-life or dead. We are carrying a new model. We just added it to our website. As a matter of fact, I'm still tweaking some of the features on it, but it is the Titan 4D Fleetwood LE. And the reason I'm carrying this chair, I don't carry, Osaki Titan is the same company, and they have a lot of models, a lot of them. We're pretty select in what we carry. We want chairs that have low failure rates because our lifetime labor warranty allows you to have coverage on your chair for the labor for as long as you own the chair if you buy it from us. But for that reason, I don't want to sell chairs that are going to break down a lot. And so there's certain factories that I really like, and Titan or Osaki, they have this new Fleetwood, which comes out of the Rotai factory, which is one of my favorite factories, and a lot of the Infinity, Daiwa, Human Touch chairs come from that factory, and we have a lower failure rate with those chairs. Anyways, I'm carrying this chair because it's listed at $99.99, but the special price on it is $59.99, and for that price point, a lot of people feel like the prices of chairs are going out of reach. And we've got chairs that are $13,500, $15,000, $16,000, and not everybody is equipped to handle that type of price point. Well, there's also lower price chairs, cheaper chairs, but they are cheap chairs. Like you can get chairs for $3,000 to $4,000, but they may be built with lesser components, built in small factories. They may have other logistical issues because the factory is not well known or not equipped perhaps to handle a lot of sales. But some factories are definitely better quality factories. And this Rotai factory is one of them. And so when they told me that they had a chair for me to carry, we jumped on it. And so it's the Titan Fleetwood. We're going to have one in our Arizona showroom soon. We have to make room for it in other showrooms. But that one will be coming to our showroom hopefully within the next week. And we'll have a pretty good vibe on how it is. If it's a Rotai chair, I know it's going to be a well-built chair, but we'll be able to give you some input as to how it feels and what features we like about it. Now, a lot of these chairs, another thing about a lot of the chairs, there's all these chairs coming out in the market, but they all have pretty much the same thing. They've got foot rollers, they've got airbags galore, they've got an L-track, they've got Bluetooth. But what makes them unique? Is there anything that makes them unique? And that's one of the reasons that we carry certain chairs that we prefer to carry, because there are unique features about them that you can't necessarily find on other chairs, or are so new that it's not widely available. And but when I see another chair coming up, this chair from ABC or this chair from company X. It's just the same old stuff, just with a different label on it, a different name, different label. And so I'm kind of hesitant to carry every chair that comes out in the market. And of course, with our lifetime labor warranty, like I said, I want to carry chairs that are going to not break down a lot, so that we've got lower expenses. I don't have to pay for as many service calls when the chairs break down. And let me tell you, some of these chairs break down a lot. And failure rates are important to me. The lower the failure rate, the happier I am with the chair, the happier you'll be with the chair, and the less expensive it's going to cost me and the massage chair company to repair. So anyways, the Fleetwood, but the Fleetwood's price really is in the sweet spot between that $5,000 and $6,000 price point. When you get below $5,000, there's chairs available when they're on sale, or a lesser known brand, or a cheaper made chair. It's not like it used to be when I first started in this industry. Human Touch had probably the most durable chair out there, the HT125, which was $18.99 or $19.99, and that was top of the line back then. But chairs have come an awful long way since then. Even Human Touch's chairs, of course, have come a long way since then. And now you've got chairs, like I say, that go up in the thousands, even over $10,000. So anyways, I'm rambling on too much. But anyways, keep an eye out for the Titan Fleetwood, and we will be having that again. It's on our website now. You can go learn some things about it, but we still don't have an input or all the data about the feature sets and all the unique things about the chair. All right. Shipping prices have been increasing. Ogawa, Kozia, the company that's called Kozia USA is also Ogawa, JP Medics, and Brookstone, and also Ergotech, which we don't carry. We have accessibility to them, but we don't carry them on the website at this point. But they have raised their shipping prices. Now, most companies have increased their ocean freight or their prices with an ocean freight surcharge, or they've increased the overall price of the chair to make up for the freight charge increase pricing. They are charging us now more and more for credit card fees because we purchase the chairs from the massage chair companies with credit cards, and they, at least we do, and a lot of companies do, but they charge any, and we've got one company, and I believe it's Ogawa, they even charge us 3.75%, which is astronomically high for credit card fees. And then now they're charging more for their regular shipping. But it's not just isolated to Ogawa or Kozia, it's all across the board we're seeing price changes. And of course I've talked about this through the COVID epidemic or pandemic. The question that I have, and I always think about this when I'm told that there's a price increase based on conditional situation, like the ships backing up at the ports now, that was going on for the last year. Well, that has eased up a little bit, but we're still getting charged 5, 7, 12% freight surcharges for that. And it'll be interesting to see if these companies have the integrity to drop their freight surcharges when the prices start to normalize again. But now everything's inflation, right? Everything's going up in price, everything. And there are companies that are jacking up the price because they're taking advantage of the inflation news stories. So it would be neat to see some of these chairs come down eventually in price, and it'll be nice to see if that actually happens. But I remember a number of years ago there was a chair that was being sold called the Dreamwave, and it was a popular chair, and made in Japan. It took the industry by storm. But when it came into the market, it was like $69.99, which was a big price back in the day. Well, then it would just keep increasing. Every year they increased the price. And I remember talking to one of the principals who imported that chair, and they said, well, it's because the yen is weak compared to the American dollar, the Japanese yen. And so we have to make that money up by increasing the price in US dollars to make up for the weak yen because we're paying more yen, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the yen eventually got really strong and the dollar got weaker. And this was like 15 years ago. This is a long time ago. But there was and I remember asking, well, are these prices ever going to go back down again? Because eventually the price went up to like $89.99. And I remember this fellow saying, yeah, they're going to, when the yen strengthens a bit, then we will drop the prices again. Now, the yen got strong, the American dollar got weaker, or maybe it was the other way around, I can't remember, but the prices kept going up. So sometimes they'll feed us a line, or and I get that the prices of shipping have gone up. I know they did. There was container shortages. There were backups for weeks of ships trying to come through the port. But things have settled down a little bit. We'll see what happens. But I'm hoping that someday some of these costs that have become, in some instances, quite prohibitive, if they will drop. But anyways, I've got a little bit on a soapbox, but shipping pricing has gone up with that one company, and I suspect we'll probably still see some issues especially now with inflation going on. And what does inflation really mean? Well, to you and I, the regular consumer, inflation means prices are going up. That's what inflation means. But what's the impetus behind the price increase? Is it legitimate increase in costs of products or parts to make the products that we're buying, or is it inflationary pricing because their costs have not gone up, but they are riding the inflationary train, so they're increasing price just to make more money from the consumer? Well, we'll probably never know that. So we have to go along with the ride, I guess, go along for the ride and hope that these companies that are jacking the prices up now will have the integrity and the wherewithal to drop those prices when things come back down to earth. All right, now, while we're on the topic of shipping prices, I want to talk a little bit about shipping problems. what people don't understand, well, I don't think people understand, is that when you order a chair, let's say this is the company over here, where am I? There's a company over here that is selling massage chairs. There's a consumer over here that's buying the massage chair, and to go from the distributor of the chair to the buyer of the chair, you have to use a shipping company. Now, what people, I think in their minds think is that, oh, if I buy a chair from Infinity's got a shipping company that's going to take care of those chairs and get them to me. Or if I buy a chair from Osaki or a chair from Human Touch is going to have their own delivery team bring the chair to the state that I live in and deliver it into my home. It's not like that. What it is the massage chair companies contract out a shipping company, and that shipping company might be Yellow Freight, it might be Central Freight, it might be oh my goodness, now of course I've been dealing with these companies for years, and of course I can't remember them now. It might be FedEx, it might be whatever. But the question is, well, not the question is, the issue is that these shipping companies are their own companies. And they do whatever they bloody well please. And so if they decide they're not going to deliver on the day they tell you they're going to deliver, tough. If they say that they're going to be there from between 10 and 2 and they don't show up until 5, and you've taken the whole day off of work to be there to receive your chair, and trust me, that happens a lot. They say, tough, we'll be there tomorrow, or then we'll schedule again later. And I have had customers that have taken repeated days off to wait for a shipping company to show up, and they don't show up. Or they come 4 hours late. So what you took 4 hours off of work, now you've had to take the whole day off of work, and it's cost you 8 hours of opportunity cost as opposed to 4. And you know what? We don't have much control over that. And neither does the massage chair company the distributor of the chairs. What are they going to do? They'll call the shipping company and say, hey, our customer never got their thing. Or we can call them and say, hey, my customer never got the thing. They were supposed to come. Okay, yeah, we'll get to it. We'll call them. They don't, I mean, I'm sure they care, but the company cares. But I don't know if the actual people doing the delivery care that much sometimes. And so if you've ordered a chair and you're getting shipping pushback, or they don't show up, or the chair's been sitting at a terminal in Orlando and it's supposed to be delivered to your home in Destin, Florida, or whatever, and you might wait weeks for that. And you can pester them. And there's going to be some person on the other line saying, oh, okay, we'll see what we can do. And then nothing is done. And so we can push them and we can prod them and we can, whatever, but they do whatever they bloody well please. And it sounds cold and cruel, but that's how it is. It is not an industry that has been completely modified like Uber and like Airbnb and like electric cars. There's not some new revolutionary technology or way of doing business that has completely changed the industry and disrupted the whole industry. I'm waiting for that to happen. Maybe you can come up with an idea, but it's not easy. And so we're at the mercy of these shipping companies. So number one, if you buy a massage chair and you're told that it should be there within 7 to 10 days, and it's not there in 7 to 10 days, you're going to be upset, or you're going to be wondering where it is, and you're going to come after your retailer, me, or you're going to go after, and we're going to go after the distributor, Human Touch or Osaki, whatever, and we're going to begin this big runaround. The bottom line is you're not getting your chair until the shipping company decides you're getting your chair. they have that much power and clout. So anyways, I wanted to talk about that because I get a lot of that stuff going on, and it has been worse since the COVID business because there's not as many truckers to carry all the commodities that are coming in from overseas. Everybody's buying online, everybody's buying product that's made in China or somewhere else, and they all got to come here and they all got to be delivered by these truckers. Well, if there's a shortage of truckers if there's, you know, a terminal where the people that work there couldn't give a flying hoot about your product, and they're confused and they don't know where things are, and they lose them in travel. Oh yeah, that's another great thing. They lose them. They lose a massage chair. How do you lose a massage chair? It's huge. It's heavy. Well, they get diverted. It's like my son just went on a trip overseas, and he says, they lost my bag. Like, we haven't heard that before. Well, they didn't know where his bag was. They couldn't find it. They said, oh, we'll have it into you in 2 to 3 days. Well, he got it about a week later, just when he was ready to come home. But at least he got it. And that's how it is with massage chairs. You will get it. You will eventually get it. But we give you some, you know, some timelines that you can kind of count on based on our lengthy experience in the industry. Doesn't mean they're going to be there during that time frame. So, anyways, such is life as a retailer that's dependent on, and a distributor and a retailer who are dependent on a third-party group of movers. We had one chair, and this is the last thing I'll say before I close up, and I'm sorry I'm talking so much today, but we had one guy order a chair, and it was a showroom chair in our California factory, our California showroom, Southern California showroom, and they came and picked up the chair. And usually, the chair was going to Connecticut, so it was going across the country. So we usually tell people, 7 to 10 days, 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days later, the customer says, I haven't heard anything from the shipping company. Can you follow up on that? So we go and check the tracking information. It's still in LA at the terminal. So we call the shipping company. We call whoever we can call. And they say, oh yeah, sorry, there was a confusion, there was a mix-up. There's some paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Another week goes by, customer calls, frustrated. Now it's been, 14 to 20 days, 14 to 17 days later. We're just dumbfounded. We don't know where the chair is. We're sorry. So we look it up, still in LA, still sitting in the LA terminal. Finally, it gets shipped to Newark, New Jersey. No, Richmond, New Jersey, I think was the place. And we find out that it's there, and the customer by now is so upset. It's been over a month. And so we call Richmond, we say, hey, is there any possibility we can get that bloody chair delivered? And I'm sorry I say bloody so much. That's my Canadian background coming out. And I get fired up when I talk about things. That's the word I use, and I twitch, in case you haven't noticed. Anyways, and then they tell us, oh yeah, we're going to have that chair over delivered to this place in a few days. 2 more weeks go by. Well, it had been a total of 8 weeks, 2 months this guy waited, and the chair still wasn't there. And we told him 7 to 10 days. So he canceled his order. Guess what? The chair showed up 2 days later. They didn't even call him. They just dropped it off. Anyways, that is the, and if I've got any shippers that are watching this, please feel free to comment. If I'm up in the night, call me out on what I'm saying as crap. But or if you have some insights that maybe we don't see as the outsiders looking in, please enlighten and correct me where I'm wrong. I'm a father of 6 children and a wife. I'm used to correction. I'm used to being corrected, so don't hesitate to let me know if I've screwed up. Anyways, well, I think that's about it for this week. I hope you found the video helpful. Thumbs up, like us if you did. A lot of people that watch my videos don't realize that I sell massage chairs. Duh. But I don't say it on my videos because I want to make videos for education, not to sell and pitch things. So all my massage chair feature videos and reviews of chairs, I don't say, oh, and by the way, you can buy that chair from us. Well, by the way, you can buy your chair from us. And just so that you know, I've got 4 stores, and our new one is in the Bay Area, and we do sell chairs, in case you were wondering. And please feel free to reach out to us if you need a price match, or if you need information on a chair, or if you want to take advantage of the benefits that we give the customers that buy from us, feel free to reach out anytime. Our phone number is 801, that's my cell number, 888-259-5380. And you can reach us through email or text or YouTube channel comments or whatever. We're always available, and someone will always get back to you if we don't answer your call or request at that moment. Anyways, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from MassageChairLeaf.com, and I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.